Lyra Halen had learned long ago that raising apex predators required patience. What she hadn't anticipated was that it would also require a degree in xenobiology, the tolerance of a saint, and an inexhaustible supply of snacks. The market on Station Kepler 7 sprawled across 3 levels, a chaotic symphony of alien merchants hawking their wares beneath bioluminescent canopy lights. Lyra navigated the crowded walkways with practiced ease, her worn boots clicking against the metal grating. Behind her, moving with the fluid grace of born hunters, padded her 2 charges, Sephi and his clutch mate Karash. They were Velrathi, quadrupedal beings from a death world where everything, including the vegetation, actively tried to kill you. Their species had evolved as persistence predators, capable of tracking prey across continents through scent alone. Their serrated teeth could crack titanium alloys. Their eyes saw in spectrums that would blind most species. They were, by every measurable standard, terrifying. They were also 8-year-olds with the curiosity of magpies and the impulse control of caffeinated squirrels. "Lyra, mother," Sephi chirped, his translator collar converting his chittering growls into comprehensible standard. "What is that?" He was pointing with one clawed appendage at a fruit stand, where a Thoraxian merchant had arranged pyramids of what appeared to be fuzzy purple spheres. Each fruit pulsed gently with an inner light. "Those are moonbloom melons," Lyra replied, steering them toward the stall. "They're perfectly safe for humans. For you, they'd probably cause digestive distress." "Can we eat them?" Crash asked, his triangular head tilted with interest. "Didn't I just say—" Lyra sighed. "No, you cannot eat them." The Thoraxian merchant, a being resembling an upright mantis crossed with a flower arrangement, clicked its mandibles nervously. Most species gave Velrathi a wide berth. Their reputation as the galaxy's most efficient killers preceded them. Lyra had stopped caring about such reactions months ago. She'd been hired as a cultural liaison for the Velrathi embassy after humanity had joined the Galactic Council. Her job was simple in theory: help integrate young Velrathi into multi-species society. In practice, it meant explaining why you couldn't solve every problem by eating it, why other species didn't communicate through ritual combat, and why, despite what their evolutionary instincts screamed, not everything that moved was prey. "What about those?" Sephi had already moved to the next stall, where crystalline fruits hung from magnetic suspension fields. They chimed softly as they rotated, casting rainbow refractions across his dark scales. "Harmony bells from Melodia 5, Lyra said, catching up. "Musical fruit, edible for some species, decorative for others." "Can we—" "For you? Probably poisonous." Crash made a disappointed rumbling sound deep in his chest. "Everything is poisonous." "Not everything," Lyra corrected. "You ate a perfectly good meal this morning." "The protein cubes?" Sephi's tone conveyed the Velrathi equivalent of profound disgust. "Those taste like sadness and recycled water." Lyra couldn't help but smile. The translator's interpretation was probably accurate. "Welcome to civilized space, cubs. We don't all get to hunt our dinner." They continued through the market, and Lyra found herself cataloging their questions. At the spice merchant, "Can we eat this?" "No, it would burn through your stomach lining." At the grain seller, "What about these?" "Technically, yes, but you'd get no nutrition." At the exotic protein vendor, "Finally, can we—" "Absolutely not. Those are someone's pets." The pattern was exhausting and endearing in equal measure. What struck Lyra most wasn't their predatory nature. She'd been briefed extensively on that. It was their innocent wonder. These were children from a world where survival meant constant vigilance, where every moment required assessing threats and opportunities. Yet here they were, pointing at fruits with the same excitement human kids showed at candy stores. "Lyra, mother, why do other species eat so many plants?" Sephi asked as they paused at a beverage stand. The question was genuine, without judgment. Because, Lyra said, kneeling to his eye level, most species evolved differently than yours. Humans, for instance, are omnivores. We eat both meat and plants. It gives us flexibility. But you're predators too, Crash observed. His eyes, all 6 of them, focused on her with unsettling intensity. We've seen your teeth. You have forward-facing eyes, predator traits. True, Lyra admitted. Humans are predators, but we're also adaptable. That's our evolutionary advantage. We can eat almost anything, survive almost anywhere, and befriend almost anyone. She gestured to them. Including apex predators from death worlds. Sephi's translator collar couldn't quite capture the emotion in his next sound, but Lyra had learned to read Velrothi body language. His scales rippled in a pattern that meant contentment, affection, trust. Can we try that? He pointed to a juice vendor selling something bright blue and effervescent. Lyra checked her datapad, running the chemical composition against Velrothi biology. Actually, yes. Zorelian spark fruit juice is compatible with your digestive system. Want to try? The cub's excitement was palpable. She ordered 3 containers, 1 for each of them and 1 for herself. As they drank, Lyra noticed other species watching, some with fear, some with curiosity, but increasingly, some with the same indulgent expression adults everywhere wore when watching children discover something new. It tingles, Crash announced, his translator adding a note of delight. That's the carbonation, Lyra explained. Can we have more? 1 is enough for now. Sugar rush plus predator reflexes equals disaster. As they finished their drinks and prepared to continue shopping, Sephi looked up at Lyra. When we grow up, will we still be able to come to markets like this? The question held deeper meaning than its surface suggested. Would they still be welcome? Would they still be safe in civilized space? Would they have to choose between their nature and their place in galactic society? Lyra met his gaze steadily. As long as you remember what I'm teaching you, respect, restraint, curiosity before aggression, you'll always have a place here. Being a predator doesn't make you a monster. It's what you choose to do with your strength that matters. She stood, gathering her shopping bags. Now come on. We still need to find those nutrient supplements your clutch father requested. And if you ask, can we eat this one more time, I'm making you carry all the bags. The cubs chittered with laughter, a sound that had once terrified her but now felt like home, and followed their human guardian deeper into the market. Behind them, the galaxy's most feared predators left a trail of empty juice containers and the beginning of understanding that being civilized didn't mean being tame. It meant being something better, being kind.